Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make my Peter Rabbit bracelet. This reminded me of little bunny ears, so I named it after the rabbit Peter Rabbit. But you only need 73 bands to create this bracelet. I'm going to be doing this color combination, so I'm going to give you the breakdown on this. You will need 25 of the glitter green. You'll need 12 of the orange, 24 of the metallic blue, and 12 of the cat band, which is the hot pink. So you'll also need one C-clip ender hook, and I will explain the loom setup. To make this bracelet, you need to have at least one rainbow loom. If you do only use the one loom, you will need to add some chains and extension at the end to get it to fit your wrist. Today's video, I'm doing a full-length bracelet, so I connected another loom in front of it where the long blue base is. Make sure you have your loom set up in the normal staggered position as well. So the first thing we're going to do is choose the color that is pink in this one here. It's the middle color. But this is the color combination I'm actually doing today. So I will be choosing the glitter green right there. We're going to start by laying one of these on the middle pin, and that's for closing it later. And now we're going to go straight down the middle. If you are only using one loom length, you will take this down to the end of your loom. So you'll be laying 12 of them. If you're following me and doing two loom lengths, you're going to stop at the second to last pin. So you won't go to the very end, you'll stop one before it. Okay, so you can see that I've stopped one short from the end of my loom. So make sure you did the same thing if you're using two looms. We're going to come back to the beginning now. You don't have to worry about pushing them down right now. We're going to choose our next color, which is the orange. And we're going to be laying some horizontal bands. So starting on the first row right here, we're just going to stretch it straight across. We're going to skip the next row, come up to the next one, and that's where this next one will be laid. We're going to be laying it on every other row. If you're only using one loom length, you're laying a total of 6 of these bands. If you're following what I'm doing today, we will be laying 12 of them. So just keep skipping every other row down the loom like so. I will be getting surgery on the 19th, and I don't know how it's going to affect me. It's on my mouth, on my teeth, unfortunately. And I'm really scared about this upcoming surgery. I'm scared how it's going to affect my speaking. So if you hear my future videos and I'm sounding weird, now you guys will know why. I will keep you guys updated though. Okay, so I've laid my last horizontal band, as you can see there. That's what it should look like at the end of your loom. And now we are going to come back to the beginning and choose our next color. I did already push mine down, so you can do that if you want to. But now we're going to be laying the metallic blue bands on this one. It's what makes up the little ears. It's the white ones on this one. So I'm sticking with metallic blue, and we're going to be laying a bunch of upside down V's. So we're going to do a long diagonal stretch, not to the closest middle pin, but to the one above it. So I start on the left, and I do a long diagonal stretch, and then do the same on the right. So again, don't go to the closest one, go to the one above it. We will come up to the next pins that have our horizontal orange band, and that's where our next one will start. Do your long diagonal stretch on both sides. And we do that on top of every horizontal band going all the way up. This is a very easy bracelet in my opinion. I know I'm always talking about the weather, but it's really baffling me this week. I went from having heat on to air on to heat on to nothing on. It's like one day it's going to be in the 50s and then it's 80. I'm like, what is going on? I don't think we've ever had a Halloween where it was literally 80 degrees that day. It was like warm out. It felt like a summer night. I mean, it was great, don't get me wrong. I loved that we could be outside not freezing, but it's just weird. Like, what is happening? So as you can see, I'm just doing the same thing, going all the way down the loom. I only have one more to lay right here. And that is what it will look like at the end of your loom. So the last thing that we have to do is lay cap bands. And the cap band going to be going on the end of each one of those upside down V's. I guess it would technically be the top with it facing this way. But if you wanted the cap band to stick out or to be noticed more, use a different color like I did here. So that's where I use the hot pink, and that's what I'm going to do today. If you don't want to see the cap band, you can do it like I did on here, and you can match it to whatever color you did the ears. So if you wanted to match, you would use blue right now. I'm going to stick with hot pink. And we're going to come up to the third pin up in the middle, and that's where our first cap band will go. It's just a regular cap band wrapped around 2 times. And we're just going to be capping the center of each one of those upside down V's. So go ahead and get all of your upside down V's capped, and I'll meet you back here when mine are all done. So now that mine are all done, I'm going to turn my loom around. And we are ready to start the looping process. If you're still laying yours, just hit that pause button. But what we're going to do is loop out all of our V's. So we're going to go into each one of these cap bands and loop the long V's out. They're just going to be getting looped back to themselves. So just go into the cap band, grab your top diagonal band and bring it back to itself. And do the same to the right one. Go up to the next cap band and do the same thing. I'm serious, this one is really, really easy, this bracelet. But I like to switch it up. It doesn't always have to be super intricate or long. I just design stuff, and if I like it, I want to share it with you guys. And I really liked this. I thought it was like kind of dainty and cute and quick, and it really doesn't use many bands at all, which is really cool. So we're just going to keep looping out all of these V's all the way up the loom. So get the rest of yours looped out, and I'll meet you back here to show you what we're going to do next. So that's what it will look like when you do reach the top. And then when you're caught up, we'll come back to the beginning. And we're going to come to the very first cap band down here. We're going to go into this first one, and we're going to be looping up the green band. So whatever band is straight on this pin here, reach down in there, and you're just going to loop it up to the pin up here. This first band is going to be very loose. So just make sure that it is sitting in front of that pin there. Then go inside that pin, grab your next bottom band. If there's only one on it, it's another green, and loop it up. After you do that, we're going to loop the orange. So come into this pin here, grab your horizontal orange band, and bring it to the middle. Come to the right, grab the other side of that orange band, and bring that to the middle. So it looks like that. We'll go down into that pin. You need to be pushing back the cap band. Grab the bottom band, which is my glitter green, loop it forward. Zoom in a little bit. Go into that pin, grab the green again and loop that up. And now we're back at looping the orange. So go into this pin here and grab your horizontal orange. Same thing on the right, and they both go into the middle. After we loop the horizontal band to the middle, we'll go back in here and loop up the green. So we'll loop up the green once, go into that pin, loop up the green again, and then we're back at the orange. Orange goes to the middle. We're back at the green, so we're going to loop that up straight. Loop this up straight again. And now bring the orange to the middle. looping up my greens straight. Remember, you have to do it 2 times. And then come back here to loop the orange. So hopefully you guys find this as easy as me. One thing I do want to say is if you just yank this off of the loom without using your hook, you will have to fix the bands when you take it off. So I do recommend using your hook to release all of these side bands and then taking it off. But I will show you at the end when I take mine off what you have to do to untuck the bunny ears, as I call them, because they do tend to get a little stuck, especially if you just yank it off of the loom. But depending on the bands you use, regardless of how you take it off, they might get a little tucked in. So if you need to see how I fix mine, make sure you stick around to the end. Don't forget to bring your very last horizontal orange into the middle once you reach the very top, like so. And then last but not least, you're going to grab that single band that we had there from the beginning, bring both ends together, and that's where you will attach your C-clip. So like I said, you will want to use your hook to release all of these. So when you do take it off of the loom, you will have to give it a nice stretch up and down. The side that is the front will be the side that has the little cross part on it. The back side doesn't have that. So you will see that sometimes, and this one's doing it right here, the little ears tend to get stuck. So you can see it, where is it? On this one here, it's all kind of tucked back in there. So you have to grab the entire band and pull it out. It gets stuck under the back side of the blue band. So it's as simple as that, just grabbing the entire bunny ear and pulling it out. You might have to go down the whole bracelet. It depends on how many of yours are tucked. Once you do that, you're just going to locate your cap band down here and your C-clip and connect it together. And there you have my completed Peter Rabbit bracelet. So I hope you guys like this design. If you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you want to share with me your rendition, you can either tag me on Instagram or you can send me a picture to my email. It's lovestheloom@gmail.com. But that will be it for today, you guys. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Thanks, guys. Bye.